In our first story, Indian Defence Minister Rajnath Singh and External Affairs Minister Dr. S. Jaishankar will travel to Tokyo later in April for the Indo-Japan 2+2 ministerial level talks. The meeting comes at a time when world leaders are urging India to step in and convince Russia to stop its invasion of Ukraine. Indian ministers will meet and hold talks with their Japanese counterparts Yoshimasa Hayashi and Nobu Kishi, respectively. The talks are significant amidst the Russia Ukraine crisis, and the Quad members, Japan and Australia, have held bilateral meetings with Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi and several top level visits from the US in recent weeks. These meetings have urged India to condemn Russia's actions. The 2+2 meeting of foreign and defense ministers later this month is also expected to take forward agreements on the strategic partnership. The meeting comes ahead of Prime Minister Narendra Modi's visit to Japan either in May or June for the Quad summit, and there is a bilateral component too. This will be an in person Quad meeting where the President of the US, Joe Biden, and Australian Prime Minister Scott Morrison are expected to be present too. The Japanese Prime Minister Fumio Kishida, in his bilateral in person meeting with PM Modi, had asked Modi to intervene with Russian President Vladimir Putin to urgently put an end to Russia's aggression against Ukraine. Following Russia's declaration of war on Ukraine, Prime Minister Modi has spoken with the Russian president 3 times and has called for resolving the issues through dialogue and diplomacy. At the UN, India has abstained from voting during various votes on the ongoing crisis. Japan's Prime Minister Kishida had minced no words to condemn Russia's military operations against Ukraine when he had visited India, and had said that it had shaken the very foundations of the international order and must be dealt with firmly. The Quad members, Japan, the US, and Australia, have also announced tough sanctions against Russia.